Hello, welcome, and thanks for clicking to watch this video. In this video, I'm going to be running a recording of a Zoom that we did this afternoon within the team. And in this Zoom, we explain everything that you need to know about nodes, what a node is, how a node works, more importantly, how you earn from a node. Now, as part of the BTC20 network, you know that we have nodes on sale and that I'm running a node syndicate where anybody can come in and buy a position in the node syndicate. But not everybody understands exactly what that means. So hopefully in this recording, you will get a really good understanding of exactly what a node is, how it works, what's in it for you. So if you're interested in becoming part of my node syndicate, then all you need to do is contact me on Telegram. I'll give you my direct WhatsApp number, and then we can connect on WhatsApp, and I will add you into my WhatsApp group. And all you need to do is then let us know how many positions you would like. Before we go to the recording, please do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that every time I release a new video, you'll get a notification. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the recording, and I look forward to welcoming you into our node syndicate very soon. Enjoy the video. All right, welcome everybody to this afternoon's Zoom. The purpose of today's Zoom is to have Dennis go over with the spreadsheet to help you understand the numbers behind the nodes and why it's something to be involved in, why it's important and a good and a high benefit for you, and to give you a reason to want to be involved and to want to be able to invite others. We want to buy node 7 whilst the price is still listing at 27,000. I haven't looked today to see if it's changed to 54, but it will go up to 54 because BTCC now is at a stable $140 something, and it will go up to $54,000, which is still, it's a lot of money, but it's still a great return because it's something you're getting for 140 years. So I'll hand over to Dennis and let him continue.
Hello, everyone.
Oh.
Good morning.
Hi, Dennis. Thanks for coming and thanks for doing this.
No problem, mate. It's for the community. I'll do my best. Okay, hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know wherever you are in the world, but I appreciate your time coming in here. Okay, so we have 25 people now. Wow, that's good. That's a nice number now. There are so many people now interested in knowing it. Probably some of you already know, or you have listened on my first few presentations that I did before. But of course, it's good to know, especially that we have quite a lot of new people that, they're joining the nodes and probably didn't exactly understand why nodes is important in our blockchain. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Again, thank you so much for coming. For all the newcomers, welcome. You're not yet late. We are just too early to come in. So yeah. But yes, for some of you or for most of you that didn't know me, okay? So my name is Dennis Miras. I am one of the what do you call this? I can say part of the node owners that we have. So we have already have made 6 nodes, and most of you I know are aware. So it's very important to understand why node is important, especially in our blockchain, so that you know why we should participate. It's just not like you are joining to the node because you know the numbers, like, okay, I'm going to earn this and I'm going to earn that. It's not like that. You have to understand that. You have to learn as well those things, that why nodes exist, why do we have to have nodes, okay? And why why do we need that it's just only one nodes? Why do we need multiple nodes, like thousands of nodes or hundreds thousands of nodes? Because these are very important things to remember. Okay, so before we start, okay, I will just play our disclaimer at least, so that everyone who will be able to watch the replay of this video would understand as well. For the new people, that you will send out this video as well, so that they understand why they need to participate on Node. At least they understand that we are doing this voluntarily. Okay, the company is not paying us anything to do this, but sharing the knowledge, the information that we have, is our pleasure to doing it with you in the community. Okay, so let me start by playing our disclaimer, and then we will go. Okay, let me share my screen.
General disclaimer. Welcome to this official presentation on Affiliate Marketing Model 3.0. All presenters are providing their services on a volunteer basis and are active participants in all products they are presenting. Their views and opinions do not necessarily reflect those of the organisation. While we aim for accuracy, errors may occur. All content is for informational purposes only. The information provided is general and not personalised advice. We are not liable for any losses. We provide information and systems, but we do not endorse any purchases of memberships. Your decisions are yours alone, so we advise conducting thorough research. If uncertain, seek guidance from a qualified professional. Attendees accept these terms by continuing to view this presentation. Let's explore affiliate marketing cautiously and curiously. Legal disclaimer. You are viewing an Affiliate Marketing 3.0 official presentation. All products and services, their component parts and operating methods and systems, either provided by or created by Affiliate Marketing 3.0, belong solely to Affiliate Marketing 3.0. All IPs are protected. Anyone copying, distributing, or reselling any Affiliate Marketing 3.0 product without express permission risks serious legal consequences. Any unauthorized broadcasting, live streaming, or social media sharing of Affiliate Marketing 3.0 presentations is strictly prohibited. Downloading and re-uploading presentations without permission violates copyright law and may also lead to legal consequences.
Okay, so basically, I just created a short presentation for you to at least uh, hear the summary of how the node works. If I'm going to discuss to you in a broad way, probably it will take us hours, but I don't think you need that as well. As long as you need you will be able to learn the, most important informations about the nodes. And then, of course, you can do your own due diligence with regards to this. Everything is in the internet. Everything can be answered by AI. But these are just some informations, at least keywords or probably some functions and ideas that you will be able to get to know for you to continue your uh, due diligence. Okay, so we will unravel the crucial role of nodes in the blockchain ecosystem. So remember, we have our own blockchain, which is the BTC20 smart chain, okay, which is an EVM compliant. So we will just concentrate more on the nodes, so that we will be able to learn that this is really important, and it has a very important role in our ecosystem. Okay, so as we go along, okay, so what do we know about blockchain nodes? So it's very simple. So this is very simple explanation that I'm going to give. So blockchain node is a vast landscape of blockchain. Nodes are the backbone that supports the entire ecosystem. So they facilitate communications, ensure security, and maintains the integrity of the decentralized network. So understanding their role is crucial for grasping how blockchain technology operates. So it's very straightforward. If you can see that nodes will be something like the most important part of our ecosystem. Okay, that's why our blockchain is working 100%. Okay, so what are blockchain nodes? Okay, so there are blockchain nodes. Okay, so nodes are individual computers that participate in blockchain network. They store copy of the ledger, validates transactions, and share data with other nodes. Each node plays a unique role, contributing to a resilience and decentralization of the systems. So if you will recall, okay, we are operating this syndicate, and there is a computer that running the nodes. Okay, so like I mentioned to you, probably in all our Zoom, that I am running the computer. I have the computer in my with me, and the nodes are running under this computer. So these are numbers of computers. Okay, so imagine if there are hundreds of thousands of nodes compared, like say, I mean, Bitcoin. Bitcoin has over 80,000 nodes or less than 100,000 nodes. And we are just starting. Probably, I believe we are reaching now to 1,000 nodes because selling of nodes right now here in the community is like candy, to be honest, because they know the value, they know why nodes should be existing in our ecosystem, so which is really really important. Okay, so we will go for the type of nodes. So there are three types of nodes, but I'm not going to discuss most of this with you, but of course I'm going to tell you at least what are those. Okay, so there are various types of nodes in the blockchain, including what? Full nodes, light nodes, and mining nodes. So each type has a specific function, from validating and relaying transactions to mining new blocks, ensuring the networks operates efficiently. So at least you have an idea that there are not just one nodes. There are types of nodes that we will be able, but these are some of the nodes that should be included in the blockchain. I think blockchain will not work without these types of nodes inside the ecosystem of blockchain. Okay. Now let's go back. It's going to be very quick. I will show you the numbers. I know you are more excited to know about the numbers, but I know this is really important for you to at least understand. Okay. So how nodes works in a blockchain network. So okay, here this is another part. This is another part of the most important part that we need to know, because without the node, how our blockchain is going to work. Okay, so nodes communicate to propagate transactions across the networks. Straightforward. Each node validates transaction, ensuring no double spending and fraud. So imagine you don't have to worry about, multiple transactions that you have did, and then of course fraud for security purposes, and then also node reaches consensus to agree on the valid state of the blockchain. So in all, it's just very simple, but it has a very important roles in our blockchain. Okay, so very very straightforward on that, and then at least you'll be able to know with yourself. Okay, like I mentioned to you, if you want to learn more about on this part, do your own due diligence. Type this in your AI or any AI that you know, or just in Google. Definitely, it will show you more elaborate discussion on this one. Okay, and then why are nodes important? Okay, so number one importance of node is decentralization. Nodes ensure no central authority controls the blockchain. So imagine, okay, that's why it's called decentralized finance. So we are in a decentralization. So if there are more nodes, that means we are more decentralized. And we are the more we as we go more decentralized, that means no one, even whoever the president of the whole country or every country, cannot do anything about the blockchain, which is really amazing. Okay, we all know that banks are controlling our own money. It's your own money, but you cannot spend it. They will ask you, where are you going to spend it, or why are you paying this person? Okay, which is doesn't make sense at all because it's your money. With decentralization, there's nothing like that. Security. Okay? Nodes protect the network by verifying transaction and ensuring data integrity. Imagine that. Secured. So that means you don't have to worry about fraud unless otherwise, of course, you talk to the people, and then of course you given them the data that the something that they cannot have. Okay, so that is a different type of security, so that is a breach, but of course you have to be very vigilant as well on that. Okay, consensus nodes participate on reaching consensus mechanism, example proof of work or proof of stakes. Okay, I'm not going to discuss more about this as always, but this is really a straightforward idea. Why do we have to become a node? Uh why do we need to buy nodes? Why do we need to have a node in on our ecosystem? At least, okay? Now, what are the benefits of nodes in the blockchain? Of course, there should be benefits always. So the benefits, okay? So resilience and redundancy. More nodes, more copies of data, less risk of failure. See, imagine that you only have one node in the blockchain. It seems like every transaction will be just put in just one machine. And then what? It's just like, imagine the centralized system like the Binance, okay? It is just in one server, you will be able to see the passwords and the usernames are stored in there. So all the risks are in there. And then of course it is centralized, that means it's governed by anyone, then anyone can shut it down and then everything is gone for you. But we here, nodes are everywhere. Nodes are all over the world. So you don't have to worry about where is the first node. Is it in Australia? Is it in America? So you don't know. So the more nodes, the more we are going to be secure. Okay? Immutability. This is really important. So once the validated, no node can alter the blockchain history. So imagine that. You know, I think this is the most secure part where we'll be able to help our ecosystem as we grow our nodes to hundreds of thousands of numbers, because this is where the importance of blockchain and the importance of the nodes coming in, and then our community will be, will be more secure, and our token, BTCC will be like, you don't have to worry about, okay, where did it goes, what it happens, as long as you made mistakes. But of course, mistakes happens just like an enrollment for your learnings, and it's okay. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to repeat it again. And of course, transparency. Anyone with access to the node can verify the transaction history. Well, I don't have to do clarify this. This is really straightforward to you to see that why there are other more benefits, but I just put it in these three ways because this is the most important part that I can see. But again, do your part. There are more ways that you will be able to see. I believe there are hundreds of benefits you will be able to see there in the internet. Okay. And then of course, security. The roles of the nodes of blockchain security. This is also very important to us. So prevention of double spending. Okay. Prevention of double spending. Look at that. Okay. So nodes will check the transaction to ensure that the coin can only be spent once. Okay, tamper resistance. So I mean, it was just mentioned earlier. So it's the same. So if a block is altered, all subsequent blocks would be needed to recalculate, making tampering very impractical. So that's the beauty of DeFi. That's why we are moving into the DeFi. No one can stop. I think no one can stop that. We are going to be in a decentralized finance very soon. We are going to use digital currency very soon because of this enhancement, because of the security that we are getting in terms of the blockchain security. Okay, encryption. So nodes are a cryptographic algorithms to ensure that data privacy and security. So that means, well, all I can say is as an IT person, encryption is one of the first thing that you have to do when you are trying to protect your data. Even the governments knows this, that you have to encrypt everything. And this is something really, really amazing with the blockchain technology as they are emerging. Imagine these 30,000 blockchains available in the world right now. They are doing this type of security and encryption for us to be able to make sure that we are secure on every transaction that we're going to have. So these are the things, okay? And then of course the importance of node distribution. Okay, why there is a distribution of nodes? Why do they need more nodes in the different places? Okay? So the more distributed nodes, greater security, decentralization, and resistance to attacks. Imagine, we don't have to worry about what? Hacking. We don't have to worry about this, the most clever person in the world, like the black market, they're doing to hack everything. As we go more decentralized, as we get to more nodes, that's why this is one of the reason why Bitcoin has over 80,000 nodes, because they want to make Bitcoin secure. So we are just getting started with our nodes in our blockchain. Like I mentioned, probably we are heading to 1,000 nodes, and this is just the beginning. Okay, and I will discuss to you the benefits of being a node owner. Okay, even if you are a sole node owner, or just like what we are doing, we are in a syndicate, because even though if it's a syndicate, that means we still own a node. Okay, so like an example of this, a blockchain with many nodes across different regions is harder to attack or manipulate. Very, 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 very secure, the blockchain we have, because we are now increasing the number of nodes. So imagine in our community, just this team, like we have 100 nodes. We are all over the places. We are in different countries. Imagine that how is going to be hard for anyone to, attacks multiple nodes, because it's in the different machines. It's on the different IP. It's on a different network. It has a different security. It has different everything. So that means there's no way that if it's a possibility that they hack my machine, that means that they are successful, because the other nodes will have to validate all the transaction that comes through me as a node, and then another nodes, to make sure that everything is secure for us. Okay. Now, futures of blockchain nodes. Okay. Of course, this is just a simple explanation where blockchain nodes in the future. Okay, so as a blockchain technology evolves, the roles of the nodes will continue to span. Innovations such as sharding or layer 2 solutions aim to enhance node performance, making them efficient and capable of handling increased transaction volume. So basically, as we go along, this will evolve. This will be more on, like, uh the evolution of everything. Okay, so every time that the nodes evolve, every time that there are some updates on the nodes, that means we are getting more secure and secure over time. Okay, now, what is the future? Okay, so these are the real world application of the nodes. At least you have an idea why it's really have the nodes. Okay, so nodes are essential in various real world applications, from cryptocurrencies. Okay, so BTCC is our cryptocurrency, to supply chain management, identity verification. So their ability to ensure trust and transparency makes them invaluable across industries, driving wider adoption of the blockchain. So at least understand that's why BTCC, and it's a very good, and it's really amazing that before we have our BTCC, the blockchain is already existing for us. And then of course, when we started getting nodes, that means you are more you can sleep soundly at night, because you know that every transaction that you made inside the blockchains are secured and safe, and no one can alter, no one can manipulate for that. Okay, so in the conclusion, okay, to conclude, and then we can go to our Excel sheets to start with. Okay, so the node network is basically, okay, the heart. Okay, it's the heart of the blockchain ecosystem. To understand everything, it's just simply the heart, enabling the communication, enabling the security, and the most important part, the decentralization part. Okay, decentralization, that means no one is going to be in control of our assets. So it's ours. That's why it's called ours. So so that no one can question what are we going to do with our own assets. Okay, understanding their roles and functionalities is crucial for anyone looking to grasp the complexities of blockchain technology and its future. So we are node owners. Understand this, okay? As I believe, at the end of the day, we will be uh node owners of just we have our own one. We don't I mean our syndicate will still exist, but of course, eventually at the end of the day, we will be able to get one node at least, because we all know that if you become a part of a node, or you become a node owner, you are contributing the most important part in our blockchain technology or in our ecosystem, which is helping the security, helping the decentralization, and everything that I mentioned in this presentation. So this is the short presentation, understanding how really the nodes works. Okay, so I will go now to the Excel sheet. Okay, so at least you understand now that this is how the node really works, how important the nodes are in our ecosystem. So if you have any questions on this one, okay, well, I can answer some of the questions. But of course, like I mentioned to you, it is going to be easy to ask the AI. You know, it will explain to you in layman terms if you wanted to. It's just how you ask AI. Okay, but this is the very best summary that I can give to you why nodes is exciting, and then you become it will become more exciting when you are getting the rewards. Okay, and we are going to give you the numbers on how are we going to be the benefit of the nodes as a node owner. Okay, so let me start by sharing my Excel sheet. Okay, second, node syndicate calculation. Okay, so let me share again my screen so that you understand. Okay, let me this. Uh-huh. Okay. Where is share screen again? Share. Okay, before I share the Excel sheet, let me go through a whiteboard. Oh, sorry, stop share. Let's do a whiteboard first. I think it's good to have a whiteboard to discuss uh, a whiteboard. Can you see a whiteboard now? Anyone?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, I will just give you some explanation with nodes and how are we going to earn the nodes before I show you the numbers. Okay, so that lets you have an understanding. Okay, so I will not discuss BTCC in this presentation. Okay, I will assume that everyone here understand BTCC. Okay, what is BTCC? So BTCC is what? The replica of Bitcoin. So this is our second chance to become part of the evolution of Bitcoin. Okay, so in this presentation, I'm going to share you is what we are going to earn. We are going to earn BTCC. Okay, this is very important. Okay, very important that you know that you are not going to earn USDT dollars. You are not going to earn ERC20, TRC20, or any kind of that. Okay, as you go along, you are part of the BTC, you are part of the syndicate of the node. That means you are earning BTCC. Okay. Now, we if you want to be a node owner, okay, as a sole node owner, I read some of the one of the chat in our group that someone is wanting to buy a node owner. Okay, so the node, okay, is costing us $27,000 for now. Okay. Eventually, it was mentioned that it's going to increase to 54,000. But for now, let's just stick with this. Okay. $27,000. Okay. You're going to earn BTCC on this one. Okay. Now, if you want to be a node owner, you need to have a computer. What computer you need? An ordinary laptop would do right now because at this point in time, probably at the 2024, probably everyone has this type of machine. Okay, so it's a 4-core CPU. Okay, and then of course at least 8 gig of RAM. Okay, 8 GB of RAM, and then of course 50 uh the hard drive. Okay, SSD or the hard disk drive is the same if it's a little bit older. So this is what we require. Okay, so this is very important for you to remember. If you don't understand, anyone please don't write. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, okay, now once you have this, This is really important to know. Okay, once you have the machine, of course, it will be set up for you. It will be you need to run that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Of course, because cryptocurrency or blockchains never sleep. Okay, the trading and everything doesn't sleep. Okay, so that means you have to keep it on 24/7 uh your node. Okay, so that is really important. So that means you are going to at least have a maintenance. Okay, so you need to have at least also a maintenance on doing or handling this. So that is important. Now, how long are you going to run this? This is going to be run like 140 years. Maybe the question is, I don't think my laptop will run in 140 years. Of course not. Okay? So that means probably every 10 years or every 8 years, you're going to change a new laptop for you to be able the nodes, run the nodes. Okay? So 140 years. And then what happened after 140 years? And then why I said 140 years? Like I mentioned to you, okay, we all know BTCC is going to be mined for the next 140 years. But it doesn't mean that when all the BTCC are already mined, the 21 million has been mined, okay? Sorry. Okay. Ah, the M, okay, M. The 21 million has been mined, that doesn't mean that it will stop running the node already. Okay? That means it will still go beyond 140 years because it doesn't stop there. It is just that the blockchain is still there even though we already mined the 21 million supply of BTCC. So this is not just for 100 years. This is going to be a lifetime for us to able to run the nodes. Imagine Bitcoin node owners are going to run their nodes in the next 140 years and more also. Okay? Even though there is only 1.2 or 1.4 million supply of Bitcoin left, it will be mined for the next 100 years because of the halving system. And we all know, I believe everyone knows that as well. Okay? So now it's something that you need to understand. So at least you know that this is really concerning about the BTCC and what do you need to do to become a node owner. So right now, like I mentioned to you, so I am the one running all the nodes that we have, but it's all good. It's all smoothly running. And again, congratulations to node number 6 owners. Okay, node number 6 owners. I already put it in the chat. The node is running smoothly. We are receiving BTCC every hour. Okay, so at least you understand now that yeah, as I can say, a very early Christmas presents for us. Okay, so let's go to the Excel sheet so that at least you understand how are you going to benefit this by the numbers. Okay, so let me stop my whiteboard and let's go for the Excel sheet. So Excel sheet. Can you see my Excel sheet now? Joe, can you see?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you. Okay. So now, like I mentioned to you, we have a price of $27,000. Okay. A $27,000 of the node. Okay. $27,000 is the price of the node. Okay. So that is something that we have to provide. And of course, right now, uh, they said it's going to increase. But for now, let's do the $27,000 since it's not yet increasing.
I've
And
just
this
looked on the web on the back office. It's still at 27,000.
Oh, that's amazing. So that means we still have the chance. Okay. So this is something that's really important. Okay. So you are going to ask the question, where is the $27,000 came from? Okay. So it was given a price, but it has a base price. What is the base price? The base price of that is according to the price of the BTCC that is locked in. Okay. Lock. So that means at $75, okay, the price of the BTCC is $75, and then they come up with the $27,000. Okay? Very important for you to remember that this is the lock price of BTCC so we can come up. Okay? And then, of course, the computation, they said we are going to earn 182% per year. This is your annual yield or our annual yield as a syndicate. Or we are going to get 15.17% monthly yield. So it's very simple. Now, of course, uh, as a syndicate, we need numbers. Okay? So because we are we are selling the node slots for $100, okay? So that means we are going to need 270 slots, okay? So 270 slots. I'm saying this is a members. Of course, if it's going to be like every person is going to get just one slot. But of course, it's not a mandatory that you just only get one slot. You can get multiple slots, and I know you are aware of that. Okay, so that means for $100 cost, how much are you going to earn? Okay, remember I mentioned to you, you are going to earn BTCC. Very important to you remember, you are earning here BTCC because this price is according to the $75 worth of BTCC. Then of course we are earning this. And besides, this node is running on BTCC blockchain on a BTC20 smart chain. So that's why what are we going to earn? If we are running a Bitcoin node, of course we are going to earn Bitcoin. Okay? It's very simple. So now on the first year, okay, if you are a sole owner, okay, on the first year of the node, as running the node, you will be able to get 182%, which is equal to, let me annotate. Okay, so do the annotation, which is equal to 49,140. So very simple. Where are you going to get that? This one, 182% multiplied by $27,000. You will be able to get 49,140. Okay. So converting this to BTCC, how do we go? How do we convert this to BTCC? We just have to divide this with $75. Okay? Because $75 is the lock-in price of BTCC. So that means if we divide this 49,000 to 75, that means we're going to get 655 BTCC per year. Approximately. We can say probably it's going to be not an exact number, okay? But according to the mathematics, this is going to be the number, okay? So this is per year for the whole node. I'm computing this for the whole node. Okay? So that means basically you'll get 5460 BTCC per month or 1.82 BTCC per day if you are a sole owner of nodes. Okay? But of course, we are not a sole owner. I don't have 27,000. I'm not saying everyone here doesn't have $27,000, but if you can afford, this is really a good opportunity as well. So let's compute it with the way as a member on how your $100 would be beneficial to you as a node owner. Okay? So that means on this computation, okay, with this, okay, at the lock-in price of 75, that means every member, according to the price of $75, will earn $182 worth of BTCC. Okay? So $182 according to the price of $75. So basically in 1 year, your $100 will earn 100. So that $100, that is your capital. And then plus $82 as your profit in 1 year. So imagine you in 1 year, your $100 grows to $182 and that's it. I mean, you're happy, right? Because your $100 in the bank definitely will not get $82 in a year. 100%. I can I prove me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that it is really correct, okay? So, converting this $182 to number of BTCC, of course, we are going to get at least 2.43 BTCC, okay? roughly. Okay, so this is just exactly the way we divided it from the here from the 655 to, so this every year, so that means every year you are getting 2.43 BTCC, or every month you're going to get zero point 0.2 BTCC, or every day you're going to get zero point 0.01 BTCC uh, a day. So this is just the computation of your $100. Just simply $100. Now, you're asking, where's the benefit? Here's the benefit. You already earned $82 in 1 year. Do you think it's not a benefit? Of course it is. But the beauty of this is going to run for how many years? 140 and beyond. Okay? So this means this is going to be generational. Okay? And this 182 is fixed every year. So that means on second year, you will get again another 182%. So that means the second year, your 182 is purely your profit. That is the benefit. So that means you have to multiply this 182% for over 139 years, and I don't know how long are we going to live, and of course the next generations that will going to pass these nodes uh, to our children, grandchildren, great great grandchildren, if that makes sense, right? So that means, imagine this, for just 1 year of sacrifice of your $100, okay, you just only spend $100, and then you're going to get 182% per year fixed. Now, is it a very good benefit for us? Is it a very good, you know, earning for us? Do you think? I would say so. Because if you're going to earn like $182 per year is something. Remember, this $182 is what? Based on the $75 price. Who can tell me now what is the price of BTCC today?
Type
Tell
it
me.
in the chat. What's the price?
What is the price of BTCC today? I'm just saying. Let me know. Okay, let's see. Okay, who decides the... Okay, 140. Thank you. 141. See, 141. Okay? So let's say, okay, hypothetically, we are running our nodes for a year now. Okay? So for a year now, hypothetically, let's say we average the price of $75. Let's say just an average for the whole year. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. We all know that cryptocurrency is volatile. So the whole average is $75. So that means technically you will earn $182 in 1 year. Okay? This is just the basic computation, of course, if you divide that. But let's say $182. And then this is the second year that we are running. And like you mentioned, okay, oh, the price now is $140, 144, or let's put it to $140. For on your second year, okay, on your second year, it goes to an average of $140. So that means on second year, this means that you are not earning 182 on the next year. You are going to earn 339 on the next year. Imagine that. That's an increase of your profit. And remember, you already have your capital back here. Your $100 has been returned to you with a bonus of $82. And this time, this 339 or $340 is guaranteed your profit for the average of $140 of price of BTCC. Because we are very lucky that this price of node was locked on this price. This is the benefit of getting the $27,000 node for us. If this increase, of course, this will definitely increase. So we still have time. We still have time. Okay. Just to give you an update later, I will give you an update later where we are in node 7. But at least for you to understand that this $27,000 is always based on the lock price that is going to give by the company. It's not like we just get this. It's not given to me, or it's just an example of mine. This is definitely where the computation came from. Okay. Now imagine we are running now on our third year. Okay. Who anyone here guess that after 3 years, what would be the price of the BTCC? Can give me example. Let's do the computation. Come on, guys. You can type on the chat or you can unmute. Tell me how
No, I
much
turned
would
off
be.
unmute. I turned off unmute. Put
Okay.
it in the
All right.
chat.
Type in the chat. Okay. Wow. 800, 200. Okay. Come on. Come on. Let's make this like a interactive one. At least I want to see everyone smile on how much would be your assumption on BTCC on the third year. Okay. Imagine
There you
that.
go. Okay, everybody. I've made it so that you can unmute. So unmute yourself. Shout out some numbers.
Yes. Shout out some figures. I want to hear it.
500.
500. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. 500, 800, 200. Anyone?
500.
Okay. See?
1,000.
1,000. Okay. 1,200. Nice one. 1,500. That's amazing.
5.
Wow. 1,500. Okay. So let's.
3,000.
Wow. That's nice. Okay. So in the third year, let's say we average $1,000. Okay. Let's make it to realistic. Okay. Because we are heading to a $200 right now. And this is just the second year running. What if in the third year running we reach the $1,000? Okay, now you have your increase of your profit on the next year. Now from 300, it almost goes 10 times. It almost probably this is something like 8x or 9x on the next year. Because you spend $100. Okay? But of course, this is just an hypothetical example. At least you understand the potential of BTCC. Like I mentioned in every presentation that I'm doing when I'm explaining BTCC. Let's say, or what if we just achieve, or BTCC achieved just 1/8, okay, 1/8 of the success of Bitcoin. Imagine that. I'm not saying we have to go to the 50%, to the half of it or whatever, to over 3/4 of it. No, just 1/8 of it. And you spend $100. Now, this is the most exciting part. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Okay, this is one of the most exciting part. On the fourth year, okay, on the fourth year, first halving will come. First halving of BTCC will be implemented. That means 210,000 blocks has been done. Okay, this is the good thing. Who can give me the price of the BTCC when the first halving is done? Imagine when Bitcoin hit the first halving, what would be the price of Bitcoin when it happens? It goes like, what is the all-time high? Okay. Now, tell me right now, any one of you, come on, unmute. What would be the price, your expected price, your assumption price of BTCC if the halving happens?
You can unmute.
5,000.
5,000? Anyone?
25,000.
25,000. Okay. We have, how many people are we on here? We have 37 people. Only 2 people. Okay, 15,000.
50. Yes, 20,000.
20,000. Okay.
100,000.
100,000. We are going to beat Bitcoin by that time. So, yeah. Well, who knows? Yeah. I can say it's possible. Why? Because by that time, probably in the next 3 years, Bitcoin might be hit 500,000 or 750,000. That's all a possibility. Okay. No one controls this. This is fully decentralized. Remember, this is fully decentralized. So that means no one is in control. No one is manipulating the prices of this. Everything is under decentralization. Remember, the nodes is the part of being why we are being decentralized. Why are we decentralized? Because of the nodes. Okay? So let's go for, let's say, okay, let's go for the 15,000. Okay? 15,000. This is amazing. Okay? Let's go for the 15,000. At least I heard the 15,000. Now, see how exciting it is? And if you have an increase of how many X is this? Let's say, give me a second. How many X from 2,000? It becomes 36,000. So that means it's around 17X or 18X of your increase in the next year because the halving happens. Because there's a halving. Halving will give us a huge effect in the price when it happens as well. Because it's going to be lesser BTCC that's going to be mined from 7,200 down to 3,600. And this is really amazing for us. This is just an example, of course. We can do say after halving, why not? Give me a second. Let's delete this. Okay. So let's say after halving, it can do like probably $500 again or 150. Imagine this, even if it's just drop to 150 again or just to 75 again, okay? Just drop to 75 again. This profit is still profit because what? Your $100 is already been returned to you by the very first year. And everything, if you add this, these are all profits for you in the first 4 years or after the halving. And then the next halving will happen again. And then the next halving, and then the next halving until we reach the 140 years, until we mine the 21 million supply of BTCC. And of course, after that, of course, BTCC will circulate in the market for the next another 100 years. And that doesn't mean that the nodes will stop running. The nodes will keep on running as long as your computer is turned on 24 hours a day. Okay? So basically, this is how much potential we have for becoming a node owners by spending $100. Okay? Spending $100 is really amazing. I cannot tell how much would be the difference if this price goes up. Okay? Because if this price goes up, let's say 54,000, okay? And then of course we need 540 slots. This is not true because why? Because I need to know what would be the lock price of BTCC when they put this amount in here. This is just we get the $27,000 because of this price, but this price will not be guaranteed. So I mean, we will not guarantee this number of BTCC unless otherwise we get the price of the lock of the BTCC in here. That makes sense to you, okay? So again, I cannot say let's say you wanted to give me an example if we goes up to $54,000 or just $36,000 or whatever the price of the node is. I cannot tell you, at least give you an example of the cost because this will be based here. This is the base. So if this base increased, of course, definitely there's a difference in the computation. Okay? And I'm not sure. If I don't know if they're going to give us 150 lock price, $200 lock price. I don't know.
I can the value that you've got there is based on a distribution of 360. I think it's 150. I think that base price lock-in will be 150.
Imagine that. Okay. What's it?
Yeah.
For now, we cannot give it as a go because unless otherwise they confirm it that it's automatically 150. Then we can do another calculation on that. I can give you another calculation on that. So this is something that I wanted to share to you. This is not a financial advice. I am not the advisor here. I am just presenting you the way I understand BTCC and the way I understand how nodes are going to be beneficial to us. It's just simply that this is how the numbers really works. Okay? We all know that numbers don't lie, but of course it will depend on how the numbers are given to us. So basically, this is the understanding, the full understanding of what I know. That's why I got excited when I said, okay, this is the time for me to help the community by running a node or more nodes in my behalf. I'm doing everything with the computers, the computation, everything. At least I'll be happy to help everyone to get this. Okay. So this is really an amazing opportunity for us. Okay. This is the time. This is the time. I mean, to everyone you know that probably, okay, but I'm not saying that I showed you this to convince you. I'm not saying this that I showed you this to give you a hype or anything that would make your decision easy. No, do your own due diligence, do your research, okay, so that everyone can decide with your own. It's not, I'm not trying to convince anyone here. I'm not trying to hype anyone here or like give you something that is cannot be done or whatever. Okay? This is very simple understanding, and this is the very simple the way I understand everything on how potential our project, our community is going to be in this uh, crypto market, especially again, bull run is coming. So we have a lot of opportunity as well. Okay. So thank you so much for listening. If you have any more questions, okay, we can take the questions and answers. Thank you so much for your participations. At least a little bit interactive that we have. So yes, yeah, we can start the questions and answers. Okay, you can raise your hand or you can unmute if there's no one, or you can type on the chat box as well. So yes, I'll stop my sharing now. Thank you so much.
Amazing, Dennis. Thank you for that. So, yes, if you've got questions, put your hands up, your virtual hands up. We'll start with Io.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Dennis. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
I don't know if this was asked because I step away from the computer just now. What will happen if you have your own node and you have a power outage?
Okay, that's a very good question. Like I mentioned, you have to run your nodes 24/7. So that means if you're
Mm-hmm.
not running, then the node stops, then you don't receive the reward.
Can I comment there, please, Dennis?
Oh,
Actually, I was having a conversation with Carl the other
okay.
day, and he was telling me that even if your laptop is off, when you turn it on, you still receive the BTCC.
Oh, and
Oh,
that
so that means
Interesting.
you don't have to run it 24/7 then.
It's better to run it 24/7 because personally, I wouldn't want to take that chance of
Okay.
not receiving it. But
Okay.
what I found out the other day is on a regular node, everything happens as Dennis has explained, where all of the transactions go through. But the way Chavez has designed this one is because if you think about it, we receive exactly 50 to 54 BTCC every single month.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't change regardless of what the transactional value is going through a node. So what happens is all of the BTCC goes through a pool and is distributed evenly.
Aye.
So according to Carl, even if you turn your laptop off for a short period of time, then when you turn it back on, you still receive the BTCC. I personally, I haven't tested that, so I don't know. But I think that's a useful thing to know.
Or if you get a power outage, because that does happen.
Okay, I can do the test since I have the nodes. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
that, Joe. That's really a good thing to know. So I will test
Yeah.
that in this coming few days, and then of course I will give you an update on that. But
Yeah,
please,
they got certain regions that is get some power outages
understand.
often,
Yeah, I
right? And
understand.
long.
But yeah, don't worry. I will do the test. Okay. It's good to know. I will update everyone. But of course, like Joe said, I will not take the chance at least. But we all know that we have different situations that happens. But at least, you know, I can do I can the test would help us, but it's not going to be as well as guaranteed because probably circumstances will change. Okay.
All right, I have another question too.
Mhm.
All right, let me just be clear with it. Lord forbid, anything had to happen to you, Dennis.
Mhm.
Who is the other person that we're able to take up the reins in case anything happened to you with our participation in the notes?
Yes, that's a very good question as well. So for now, me and Joe are the one who handles the wallets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that's happening on the node, of course, Joe will be able to see everything as well. So Joe can do everything, and then of course, like I mentioned in the first few nodes that we have in the meeting, if we can add someone at least, to be one of the trusted, probably. But for now, me and Joe is just the two-person.
Okay, then. Good. All right, good to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, you know, what you've just asked there, Io, actually is a really good example of decentralization and
Mm-hmm.
the nodes and the distribution of nodes. Okay. So imagine
Mm-hmm.
there was 50 people who had access to the wallet. Okay. Me, Dennis, and 48 other people.
Mm-hmm.
That means if anything happens to any one of us, there is always going to be somebody else to validate the funds and distribute
Yeah.
the funds.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening with the nodes on the BTC20 blockchain, on the Bitcoin blockchain, on the Ethereum blockchain. All of the nodes
Mm-hmm.
are individually validating every single transaction and
Yeah.
verifying every single transaction.
Okay. All righty. Thank you so much.
Okay, Sabina.
Oh, good evening, everybody. So then, what if there would be a power cut intentionally? Do you have a special generator, wind, warm pump, whatever?
Ah, okay.
A grid off generator, I mean, because
Ah,
there
That's a
can
good,
be another sort of
yeah.
attack.
That's a good question, Sabine. To be honest with you, the nodes are running in laptop, so it has a battery, so it doesn't die immediately when the power is out. Then probably I can find somewhere, anywhere to charge my laptop first before it dies. So that's
Good.
one of the situation. But yeah, Joe mentioned here in the UK never had a power outage, so I'm really looking forward to see that not happen to us.
I don't remember the last time in my region, at least in the south. In the north, they have, if they have bad weather, then it can happen. But in my region, I don't remember the last time we had a power cut in this country
Well,
that lasted for any length of time.
we are here in London, so I don't think it's part of the north of UK.
No.
I've got another question.
Okay.
And I, who has no idea of crypto, well, Joe, you can know how much I know about the computers. If I set up my computer, ask that to Carl as well with the other coin node. If I would set up a node, could I run it on my own?
Yes, you can. Very simple. Chavez designed it like, it's like basically run the script and then do nothing.
Oh,
That's
that's
it.
good.
Yeah. The next thing you need to do is visit your wallet if you are collecting the BTCC. That's it.
Great stuff. Good. I'll let you know.
Any other questions? Anybody else got any questions about the node? I think I saw Steve put his hand up a minute ago. Where's Steve gone now?
I may ask something.
Okay.
When you look at Bitcoin, okay, for Bitcoin, you have actually prepared nodes. They are sold on Amazon and all the places around, and they are special hardware, and they cost a couple of €100, about 150 to 200 euros. Do you know if our node software will also work on this hardware, or is that purely just for Bitcoin?
Well, to be honest with you, it is designed for Bitcoin because Bitcoin node is Bitcoin node. BTCC node is BTCC node. Ethereum node is Ethereum node.
Correct.
Yes. So that means that depends on how they designed it. I have no idea how Bitcoin was designed on the node. It is probably because of the hardware. Even the mining of Bitcoin is hardware. We designed our nodes to be software because of the 21st century technology, because the technology is evolving. So basically, that's it. Probably Ethereum is doing the same right now, that they are evolving, going to the more on the software side, on the cloud side of it, running it. So that's something that we can do some research as well. But it's good. It's good to understand that, yeah, if you
Yeah,
yeah,
man, you're completely right. A Bitcoin node is mainly a hardware. They have a special processor that
yeah,
goes for it.
yeah, and then
This is
also the
mainly
software.
hardware.
Yeah.
I
So yeah,
was just wondering if, as Bitcoin code is close to Bitcoin, if they are using some of the software which is freeware. Actually, the Bitcoin node is freeware, is not something that you have to buy. And so, but that was just on the side. Okay,
yeah.
I'm
Well,
too technic in those things. So
well, it's okay, yeah, because like I said, Chavez designed it, like Joe mentioned, Chavez designed it like in a different way. Even though we always say that this is the same replica of Bitcoin, but that doesn't mean that we have to copy the hardware and the software
yeah,
as well.
but thank you for your answers.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
And one thing, 007, teach me something, okay?
Okay.
Never say never.
Yeah.
I love that.
So what I'll do is I'm going to share my screen for anybody in here, because we've got 36 people in here. So if there's anybody in here who doesn't know what the halving is, I'm going to explain that for you in more detail now. So Bitcoin started in 2009 and we're now in 2024. Okay. These are the halving years, 2012, 16, 20, and 24. Okay. So the principles of Bitcoin are very straightforward. It is 50 Bitcoin released every 10 minutes through mining. Okay. That was the beginning. And that's where we are with Bitcoin code right now. It's 7,200 every 24 hours. Okay. 7,200 Bitcoin released every 24 hours. That was back in 2009. And this is the principle that Bitcoin code is following. In 2012, that was the first halving. And that brings it down to 25 every 10 minutes. So that means that 50% of what was being released is now the case. And that's what the halving is. Every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin that is released gets halved. And Bitcoin code is following the same principle. So that means that after our first halving, it will only be 3,600 every 24 hours released. And same with Bitcoin in 2012. 2016, 12 and a half released every 10 minutes, which is 1,800 every 24 hours. So you can see where this is heading, and you can see why this is taking so many years to release 21 million supply. So in 2020, it's 6.25 every 10 minutes being released. And this is why it's costing more and more and more to mine Bitcoin. Right now, it costs approximately $50,000 to mine one Bitcoin.
Yeah, Chioka.
The
I
price
read it.
varies.
No,
Can you mute yourself, please? The price varies according to where you are in the world. Price of electricity is different, but it's approximately $50,000 to mine one Bitcoin. And for us, it's approximately $200 to mine one BTCC right now. So that in 2020, that was 900 released every 24 hours. And in 2024, this year, we had a halving, which brings it down to now 3.125 released every 24 hours, which is now, sorry, every 10 minutes, which is 450 every 24 hours. The next halving will be in 2028, which will bring it down to 225 every 24 hours. Then in 2032, which will bring it down to 112 every 24 hours, and then down to 66, then down to 33, down to 16.5, then 8.25, and it will continue to halve every 4 years. And that's the halving. Now, look, this is the Bitcoin price chart up to this year, not the recent months. This is where Bitcoin started. We began at $3. Okay. We started at a price of $3. Bitcoin started in 2010. This is the earliest data that can be really found. There isn't much data before 2010. So 9 cents. We had a halving in 2012, and the price just after the halving, or in October that year, hit $123. So it took 2 years for Bitcoin to cross the $100 mark and get to $123. BTCC is $144 today. And we've only been running just over a year, 14 months. Okay. It then hit an all-time high in late 2013 of $1,200. So it took 4 years, 3 to 4 years, to cross the $1,000 mark. We will probably beat that as well. We will probably do that in another year to 18 months. Then we had a halving in 2016. And then in 2017, Bitcoin hit an incredible all-time high of $20,000. And this is where people started to pay attention. And then, of course, we had a halving in 2020. And then it hit a new all-time high in 2021, or the end of 2020, of $68,000, almost $69,000. Now, imagine you'd bought in 2012. Then, of course, we had a halving in 2024, and we hit a new all-time high of $73,000. And everybody knows now Bitcoin has just hit a new all-time high of $106,000. Bitcoin will, in all likelihood, be $1 million within the next 10 years. Imagine if you'd have bought Bitcoin back in 2010, $100 worth of Bitcoin. It would have been, you would have had 1,111 Bitcoin. By the time you got to 2016, when it hit $900, your Bitcoin, your 1,000 Bitcoin would have been worth $1 million. If you'd have held your Bitcoin, you would have been a millionaire in 2016. And if you'd have held it until this year, you would have had $81 million. Think on that for a minute. And this is why this is important. It's understanding that the journey we are taking is not about BTCC being your daily income, your weekly income, your monthly income. This is about creating generational wealth. You are mining BTCC. The cost of mining is irrelevant. The cost of B fuel is irrelevant. It's all about driving the future value of BTCC by harvesting, so that we drive that future value up to $1,000, to $5,000, to $10,000. Nobody can predict the future. None of us know what it's going to cost to mine BTCC in a week from now, or what BTCC will be in value in 10 years from now, in 5 years from now. But one thing's for sure, wishing for the price to go up won't work. Praying for the price to go up won't work. Hoping for the price to go up won't work. Sending a letter to Santa Claus asking for the price to go up won't work. What will work
Oh,
is by selling miners to increase the hash power, by increasing activity on the blockchain, exchanging and transferring USDT, BTCC, by harvesting BTCC and bringing it on chain. So don't look at BTCC as your monthly income. Look at it as your future fortune, because that's what it is. Of course, you're going to cash out some of it. As the price goes out, you're going to want to take profit. You're going to want to use some of it. But don't consider selling all of it just because the price is at an all-time high. Because if you sell it all and you have none left, then you are starting right back from the beginning at the current price. Right now, you're harvesting it at $140. If you sell it all this week, then next week, you're harvesting it at whatever next week price is, but you've got no value left from this week. So remember, BTCC is your future fortune, not your daily or monthly income. Hopefully that gives you a better perspective. And Dennis has done an absolutely great job of explaining that. He couldn't have done it any better. Thank you so much for your time, Dennis. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, Dennis. That was a really fantastic presentation. I'm sure everybody now really has a good understanding of why being part of a node syndicate is so beneficial and why just the nodes are such an integral part of the BTC20 blockchain. Thank you, everybody, for attending, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something. And we'll see you all on the next Zoom. Bye-bye for now.